My name is Margaret Ann Windsor, and this is my father, the real King Edward VIII. I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace. My Uncle George, Elizabeth's father, helped in my kidnapping with Joe Kennedy, who was appointed ambassador to England by Roosevelt. And this is my uncle who kidnapped me, and he's Elizabeth's father. And Roosevelt and the Kennedys helped kidnap me. Because both boys, Kennedy boys, JFK and his brother Joseph, there was even a book, While England Slept. They had kind of run of England back then. You think in 41 when I was kidnapped, they weren't in on it? I think I was dropped off at an air base at Cortland, Alabama. I was dropped off in a pigsty. Lina Dempsey and, if you call that a family, she had twins, and they gave me the name of a twin. Stole my identity, stole my father's identity. Both twins were dead. They were killed by their mother. So she would have faced the death penalty in Alabama if it had been told. So anyway, they were supposed to get money for keeping me and torturing me is what they did. They never did get it, I don't think, but they sure tortured me. But this is the double that was married to Wallace Simpson. History would have it that my father married her and that he didn't care for his country and he gave it up and all that, which is a total lie. Everything they printed in so many books that have been lies, people should wonder about what's really going on, who has that much power, that they covered it all up. They kidnapped me, my own uncle, and the New World Order, which is the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, the Roosevelts, the Kennedys, the Bill Clintons, and oh yes they are. And they did a bang-up job. My father was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, Georgia O'Keefe's sister. And I have to say that, isn't that something? You don't know the name of my mom, but you would know the name of Wallace Simpson, or, and no pun on Grace Kelly, but you know, everybody history would tell you that Grace Kelly married well, I'm drawing a blank right here. I'm tired and hurting and everything. Monaco, Prince Rainier, excuse me. By the way, hers was a mind control murder, and I know there's people that, I don't know, it's a weird thing. I've told it, these were done in patterns, and yes, I am Margaret Ann Windsor, Victoria II, and Elizabeth is a fraud, just like her father, George VI. They stole it from my father, and it was illegal. I want to show you what they've done to me here, though, not just in Roanoke. I mean, this has been done. What they did to my father, if you did a background check on me, you wouldn't get any of the truth. They've really made mine, and I don't know where my sons are. I hope they're well. That's all I can say. I want to read just an article to tell you, you know, they controlled all the agencies, like I've been on food stamps just to be able to eat and begging for them. And they don't treat me the way they do everybody else. They barely let me live. They abuse the hell out of me. There's no word for it. Laws broken. I lived in the forest, national forest, and was run. And you've got Bob Goodlatte was over the agriculture department, which the rangers, forest rangers, are law enforcement. And he was really, well, he was over the committee over there. So he totally, I've spoken with him now, he is over the intelligence committee. So there's so many people that know this. And by the way, Jay Rockefeller, he's a Rockefeller. The Rockefellers are part of the New World Order, the people that kidnapped me. He's a senator, I guess, yeah, from West Virginia. So, I don't know. But they've reached out. It's the agency, law enforcement, that are responsible for what's being done to me and the mind control murders that I wrote about. And I don't know. It's unreal. This is next door to me in Blacksburg. It's the psychiatrist that did the shootings at Fort Hood. he finished at Blacksburg, and he got his degree in medicine psychiatry. I don't know where, Harvard or, but anyway, he was born here in Roanoke, and the Blacksburg, Virginia Tech is where the 33 shootings happened, April the 16th of '07, and there's a lot that happened in patterns there, so they can be proven if you should live long enough that it's over or whatever happens. Okay, this is LANZA, the Sandy Hook, and his father made the statement this morning he wished he'd never been born. The son, not himself, the son. The son's dead. He's a victim of mind control, so wake up. Your poor son needs your sympathy. I don't know why people cannot grasp that this is mind control. People do not know they've been hit with it. How would they? This is Gabby. They're victims. Believe me. Gabby Gifford is a congresswoman, or was, married to Mark, and his twin brother is Scott, astronauts. And there's a lot more in this one here of patterns, really, out in Tucson. And this is Timothy McVeigh, who told everybody that the military put a chip up him. He's dead. He's dead. And, okay. So I want to read just, remember that so much has been done. I was filled full of antifreeze. I've had everything done to me, and so have my children. But I wrote the book and was flown out to Larry Flint's during the campaign, because Larry Flint, the guy that shot him, was programmed. But here's what I wanted to show you when I came up here, and I was just totally shut down. I could get no clothes. I slept on the Appalachian Trail, froze. I mean, that's way up there in the winter. Just to have a place to get me off the side of the road, and somebody, hey, are you nuts walking out here in the cold and the freezing, going from town to town, hoping you don't get raped or locked up or you name it. So this is back. I thought I had a copy that had all that on it. I did. I don't have it right at the moment laid out, though. So I'm just going to, I think it was the Atlanta Journal picked up on it from here in Roanoke. Here's what they said about me. And believe me, this is from the Roanoke Times. Here's what they said. This was some years ago, before, probably about the time this happened. There is correlation with this in the David Koresh and a whole bunch of those. They're really mind control. Okay, I don't have the other sheet to it, so I'm just going to pick up. On the other paper, the picture showed me when I was in the campaign. And of course, my hair I hadn't been through quite what I've been through on the trail and walking. Then they showed a picture of me after I'd been on the Appalachian Trail, starving and freezing and walking in the hot sun. And they asked what would make that happen, and then they called it Crazy Margaret, and I can't see it right now. So no, I've never been crazy. I've never, as far as any of this, I've told the truth. You couldn't make the stuff up. Okay, here's what, by the way, when the bomber, that had happened, there were two reporters came up there. I didn't know they were up there taking pictures on the Appalachian Trail at Full Heart Knob. His name was Mark, like my son's. He made a point of saying he was on the cover of People or one of the magazines, and he was one of them on the cover and taking pictures of the bomber. So you know who I'm talking about. He was mind controlled too. So the press has actually really told about the mind control murders done in patterns. They just don't mention their mind control in patterns, because there's deaths happen every day, and murders and killings and suicides, and they aren't done in patterns, and they aren't, I don't know, maybe some of them are told. I won't even give that woman credit, because she worked for the DA's office, Nancy Grace. She has to know about mind control. She was worked for Slayton, the DA, who I've met him. I've been there. So I don't know. Everybody loves her. They hate me. She's talking about victims, these mind control people that do the shootings or die in suicide and under the command of mind control. They're victims, but she never mentions it.